"What?" I ask, when Tinley looks up at me. Bliss isn't a strong enough word to describe how I'm feeling right now. With sweat drying on our skin, the warm rush of her breath threatens to lead us right back to where the night started over an hour ago. Her under me, or straddling me, torn between begging me to go faster or slow down. It's not supposed to be like this. At 18, you aren't likely to find the person you can't imagine spending a day of your life without. Somehow, Tinley and I lucked out. She moved to South Houston just over 2 years ago, right in the middle of our sophomore year of high school. She was the light in my dark world from day one, although it took weeks for her to notice me, weeks of putting myself right in front of her before she even knew my name. I did something that first day I told myself I'd never do for a girl. I changed. My time spent with my friends raising hell and getting into trouble tapered to nearly nothing. Missing school was no longer an option because lying in bed, hating my life, didn't afford me the opportunity to see her gorgeous blonde hair shine in the Texas sun. Staying out late with my boys didn't compare to the way she'd roll her pretty blue eyes when I'd wink at her when she walked into class. Tinley is my everything. "What?" I ask again, when she begins to nibble on her lower lip. I curl a finger under her chin when she tries to look away. "Tell me." My voice is soft in the humid air of my granddad's truck, the windows fogged from the heavy breathing we've been doing since I smelled her perfume as she climbed inside. All it takes is a sideways glance from this woman, and she owns me. I'm insatiable around her, and despite her lack of experience when we first got together, I've conquered many of her firsts, taking those gifts and appreciating the preciousness of them. "I have several things to tell you," she begins, her teeth working over her bottom lip.
"I do," he mumbles from the passenger seat. Taking a long, slow breath, I let my anger and agitation flow through the tight grip I have on the steering wheel. "I don't think you do. If you knew how hard you're making things, you wouldn't do them. He started it. And what did I tell you? Walking away is better than getting suspended once again. I don't know how you've managed to stay out of the alternative school this year, but I don't imagine you're going to get any more chances. Respect is all that's important at school. You think things are bad now? If I walked away after he insulted me, everyone would be on my butt. That means even more fights." I've heard this argument more than once. His father, a man I refuse to think about, said the very same thing to me after knocking some guy out for smacking me on the ass at a football game. He swore that if he didn't, it gave all the other jerks at school permission to put their hands on me. What I thought was chivalrous, what I awarded with my very first oral experience, isn't as cute now that my own son is behaving the same way. I'd like anyone who believes in nature over nurture to spend a few minutes with this child. He's never laid eyes on his dad, yet he's a mirror image of the man. You can't get an education by being suspended all the time, I argue. The mature thing to do is walk away. He folds his long arms over his chest, a huff leaving his mouth as he stares out the window. My throat clogs with emotion. I wanted better for him, but that life never came to fruition. Having a kid a month before my 19th birthday wasn't my plan, but I know I wouldn't change a thing. I've never regretted my son. Not even now, when he has the potential to give me gray hair before I turn 32. We've had this conversation numerous times over the last couple of years, more often since returning to Houston to help take care of my mother. What started as mild anger at being pulled from his friends and school in Dallas has transformed into his hatred of everyone, including me.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.